I missed all of you guys so much, and you guys have been so sweet to me on IG and Facebook and
from what it looks like an abusive relationship. And just be careful, you know what I mean? I'm sure there's nothing I can say to help you, but from the windows looking in, it looks abusive.
Spitting at me and getting it really deep in his throat, like it's totally okay. Like that's how he treats me.
Oh, yes, I spit in her face.
I'm so scared.
Yes, I poured her beer all over her.
So he's calling the cops on me. He told me never hurt me, but he would always come up to me.
But when you guys do break up because he's been, you know, an asshole to you, you can come to me.
Life in the fast lane, we play our cards, praying we'll find out just who we are.
Bitch, I've been the king. What up, everyone? It's your boy Martin Lewis.
It's your boy Martin
Lewis. Martin Lewis. Boy Martin Lewis.
What up, everyone? It's your boy Martin Lewis. Team Real, welcome to my channel where I call out fake YouTubers and talk about YouTube drama. As you guys know, last week or the week before I made a video on Alena and Chucky, and I mentioned that I don't think their relationship would last. There was a lot of signs of an abusive relationship. Well, I guess I was right because vegan cheater ended up assaulting Alena. What's more crazy is that some of his codependent fans don't care about his bad behavior and making excuses for it, which is absolutely crazy to me. For you guys who don't know who Vegan Cheater is, I have made a lot of videos on him which you can check out. He has done a lot of things, but this year he tried to make out as if he actually cared about my channel getting taken down and tried to, you know, get some subscribers from me due to his channel dying.
I'm reaching out to Martin Lewis. I hope his channel is reinstated. If there's anything I can do to help, I know a few people, like at least a few numbers that he should be talking to. A lot of people are talking.
Even though I exposed him and shown that the email was fake and how he ignored me 3 times, some of the audience that support him and also support me by watching our channels actually forgave him. According to this text messages that was allegedly between Alena and Chucky, he said he was going to make a video about something and me being taken down. He then said that I'm going to show a bit of false sincerity, offered to reach out to Martin, and then basically say I took some things too far, I'm sorry, and that I hope Martin gets his channel back. So basically, now you know, guys, he was full of shit and lied to you guys because he thinks you're stupid and thinks he can manipulate you. Shout out to the ones that didn't fall for that trick. It's funny because these guys, the others did not believe me. I was like, yo, he's tricking you. He's manipulating you. Maybe I don't know how to pronounce it right. That was the problem. I had to know. False sincerity. He tricked you. He played you guys so bad that if you read this and you still support him, that is embarrassing for you. Not only does he think that my supporters who support him are stupid, he also thinks his own supporters are stupid. Last year, he made the video using the same tactics that he's doing on Alena on another girl, saying a lot of crap, but one of the stuff he was saying was this.
Pictures of the weed that she's smoking. That's the other thing I got on here. If she wants to play this game, I have receipts of her sending me pictures of like nuggets, and she's like, oh, look at this, it looks really good. She knew I was on probation, she knew I'm trying to stay clean, and yet she's trying to entice me and titillate me with pictures of marijuana, being stoned around me.
But yet when he was in LA, he was more than happy to get those greens, homie. No, they gave me a free little joint. Did you get the medical card? Free joint Fridays, they said. Hello, I went to the doctor. What happened? Call me. Boom.
Every time I even go back to drinking alcohol or go back to smoking weed, I always end up back on hard drugs.
So yeah, you have someone who's been a drug addict for 10 years and who had like addiction problems, smoking weed when he went to LA. Allegedly he's not smoking it anymore from what we know, but Who knows? I'm just saying he tried to make someone else look bad for it, but yet he's more than happy to buy it when he goes to LA. A bit contradicting if you ask me. So let's move on with this drama. So we were chilling, we were up on YouNow, sipping our tea, drinking our lemonade. Girl, you got that bra? I got that bra too, hey. Next thing you know, I get a message from one of the fans saying that Alina's on Snapchat crying. So of course I pulled that ish up and showed you guys on YouNow. This is what we saw. Check it out.
My apartment. You can't hijack my fucking.
Are you gonna reconcile all the things you broke? That are mine? Are you gonna reconcile them? And all the money you took from my wallet? Are you gonna reconcile that too? I'm honestly scared he's gonna put his hands on me next because he just threw beer in my face and started breaking all of my things. So the next step, I try to keep him out of this room.
Wait, are you done?
I'm literally holding pepper spray scared for my life right now. That is the reality of the situation.
Doing this.
What? So you're breaking my stuff and you think that's okay?
You're gone.
He told me he's gonna call the cops on me,
Alena,
but he has a criminal fucking record.
Alena, you're out, go.
He started spitting on me and I had to throw water all on him. Because I can't just take it. I can't just take that disrespect. He spit on me twice. Spitting at me and getting it really deep in his throat like it's totally okay. Like, that's how he treats me. After all I've done for him and what kind of girlfriend I was to him, he's just spitting in my face like he doesn't appreciate anything. I'm getting help with my sister, but I'm not staying here. Let me after spitting in my face the third time. I'm so scared of help. Oh my God. I can't do this. He's spitting all over me. He's spitting at me and he's mad that I'm screaming. So he's calling the cops on me. He's calling the cops on me. Tell him to. Let him put the cooking. So Charlie just decided to pour all of my bath products. I have to have them here because he started to pour them out. He's spitting in my face. He grabs my towel, that's not his towel, and he's cleaning off the wet thing that I poured on him because he spit all over me. And I want my towel back. He doesn't fucking deserve that.
Trash my apartment.
Oh, keep pointing. Keep pointing for Snapchat. Keep pointing. Okay, you get all the attention. You want to spit on me again? You have all the attention of everyone on Snapchat. Go for it. You deserve it. Here.
No.
How's that? How is that for spitting on me? How is that for spitting on me? Burning his skin, but he should have known better than to spit on me. There's my pills. Give it back. These are not.
The time as well, Alena was on our YouNow broadcast. We were telling her, hey, you should really go to the police. She says she doesn't go to the police. We even told her like, yo, maybe you should leave. And yeah, she eventually leaves his place. Anyway, Alena ends up posting this on Facebook. A few hours later, Chucky woke up from his beauty sleep and was like, oh my God, I need to go onto like YouNow and tell my side of the story. And so he did. So let's get into it.
Parents are watching this, and this is the one thing that I would say. If her mom or her dad is watching this, Alena needs drug and alcohol rehab immediately. Okay, it doesn't matter. I'm not the common denominator. The alcohol and the drugs in her life is the common denominator.
It's so funny how he acts like she really needs help and oh my gosh, she's got an alcohol and drug problem. Kind of like the same thing he did to the last one that he was dating.
She knew I'm trying to stay clean, and yet she's trying to entice me and titillate me with pictures of marijuana, being stoned around me, drinking non-stop, and popping pills.
If you have a boyfriend who thinks you're addicted to alcohol and all this jazz, would he be doing this?
He's made a vlog where he goes to the store and picks up alcohol with Alena. He's made posts on Instagram where he posed with a huge bottle of vodka. And he even made a video with Alena where they're both drinking tequila. And
her dad called me because Alena said, oh, Charlie's gonna, you know, beat me up and all this. Like, there's a lot of things about Alena's past and Alena's previous relationships that you guys don't know. So she automatically always assumes now that, you know, that the guy's going to beat her up. So I don't know why she hasn't. But like I said, her last boyfriend did beat the absolute shit out of her, in case you didn't know that. And she doesn't usually talk about it because, as you can imagine, it's a very touchy subject. I mean, had 3 operations on her face since I've been with her. I think that's another reason she keeps pepper spray as well.
It really looks like that he's trying to antagonize her here by bringing up something that she has not opened up at all about. He even posted this on Twitter. And for anyone who's even considering that I'm aggressive one, well, the record says otherwise. So Leena ended up going on a YouNow and explaining her story. So Leena basically meets this guy named Adam. If you guys don't know who Adam is, he's basically a SoundCloud rapper from what it looks like. He just makes music and puts it on SoundCloud. He looks a lot like Chucky, which is very, you know, it made me think that, you know, Alena jumped into this relationship, got out of that one, and jumped into another one within the same year. You know, it made me wonder if she was like replacing what she had with this guy with Chucky. It's very interesting when you try to think about it, but I do think Alena has codependent tendencies. She's someone that she will try to change the person that she's in the relationship with, even though she knows this guy is bad. But anyway, she met that guy, got into a relationship with him, and this guy has a pretty bad past himself. Allegedly, according to a source, he abuses his ex-girlfriend. Adam has a brother named Gavin who is 17, and they decide to go somewhere and build a cubby house together. Anyway, let's listen to what Alena had to say on YouNow. I'm gonna add some receipts and some commentary to that as well, so let's check it out.
Happens to it, like, and his brother, he was 17, but like my ex would just buy him alcohol, and he was so like mental already that it would just make him even more like violent and aggressive. So they were drinking like so much, building me a treehouse, like, you know, you're just like, you know, being all cute, like you're kissing or just having a good time, whatever. They were putting like our names with pepper spray all over the thing. We're having like the best time, like you don't even understand. Just drawing like what's that thing called, swastikas all over like each other's legs, and I was wearing a cute outfit. They started spraying me with spray paint because they were too drunk. Started doing that. I grabbed the spray paint out of his hand because I got like mad because, you know, I'm wearing a cute outfit, whatever. And because his brother and like him, it just ended up like in a fight and stuff. And you know how like sometimes when you're fighting, like even Charlie knows this, like he spat on me and I like pick up the mirror. And he's like, no, put it down. And you do put it down. Like, you just put it down. Like, you just don't know what to grab, like, just to break it. Not like you're going to throw it at them. I picked up the power tool. Anyway, we had to walk up the hills and put it back anyway. But that was later. That was later. That's what they used, just because I was holding it. That's what they used to tell the cops that, like I really, really hurt them and tried to push them off a cliff and stuff. There was a cliff there, yes. Why? I don't know why they decided to bring, like, 2 violent men. And like, you know, they just started fighting with me. They started pounding my face into the ground for about an hour. They continued to beat me for a whole hour. My phone was dead. I couldn't call the police. They threw my keys into the woods and I had to climb the cliff all the way down to retrieve my bag. But then my keys were missing. So I went into my car, finally able to escape. And I realized my keys were gone. So I start walking back down the trail to get my keys, and I see them, and they're like, I'm gonna hurt you. I'm gonna hurt you. And me, because I'm like, you know, I'm an Aries. I'm like, what? Fuck you. I like dump my bag down. I'm like, touch me, tough, try. But the thing is, never do that, girls. Don't. Because he started swinging at me over and over. My lip got split. Tooth got knocked out. Bruises all over my body.
Now, Alena did have a really bad split lip. She did show me the picture. She doesn't want me to share it online. So it is obviously something that she is really insecure about. It's pretty nasty. It looks like a big ass lump with a big split in it with stitches. Her eyes a little bit dark as well. You can tell she's put on like makeup on her face to cover everything. But yeah, definitely doesn't look good.
Somebody finally walked down the trail. And I was like, somebody help me, please call please help me, whatever. They called the cops, but they were calling them from a distance, so I couldn't hear what they were saying. And like, I kind of overheard them telling, like, the cops were like taking their side. They were like, oh, she did this, she did that. I'm like, my tooth is knocked out. My lip is split. I'm not in the mood to defend myself. I thought I would have the chance to. But we went to the hospital, and apparently the hospital people, they thought that like I really did try to hurt them. Like, so, and I don't know how they even thought that, because I'm in a pile of blood on the floor. They really did believe that their side of the story, because they were the ones who called the cops. I couldn't. My phone was dead. I didn't want any trouble. I just wanted to get my keys and leave. I just wanted to leave. And they were just walking up the trail, and they decided to beat me the second time. And they already had the power tool at that point. So they called them, and like, they acted like it was like me, and they were like trying to defend themselves and stuff. No. At the hospital, the nurses were like, they had some kind of like grudge against me. So they didn't give me anesthesia. They sloppily put stitches on me. And then all of a sudden, like, the police come into the thing on the hospital bed. They handcuffed me, and they're like, you're going to jail, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I'm not panicking, because I don't panic easily. I think like I'm going to like have my chance to like, you know, tell what happened. So they're like, are you anxious? I'm like, no. I thought I could like talk to them, but in jail, like when you first go in there, it's not like they're interested in like, I wanted to talk to one of the guards and be like, this is what happened. They never let me tell the story. No. They just want you to stand in line, follow orders, blah, blah, blah. My lip got infected. Everyone thought I was on meth because my face was so bruised up. Like, it looked like I was like picking my skin, but it literally was because somebody smashed my face into the ground. They're like, do you use and stuff? I'm like, no, this is what happened to me. And all the girls, they were really nice. They would like make my bed. They were so nice to me in jail. And they kept telling me, this is another reason I make this shit public. It's like, the girls there, that like I was having dreams like about him, like I was missing him in jail. Like, I know it's crazy, but it was just the first night I woke up and I was like, good morning, baby. And I was like, I like realized I'm in jail, and like it was crazy. So they were telling me, you're gonna go back to him, aren't you? And I was like, fuck, I am. And like that kind of like motivation helps me never talk to him or see him again. And the reason I pled guilty, the reason I even have that charge, is because my lip got so infected in jail. It was waxing, skin was growing over the stitches. It was they wouldn't give me enough pain medicine, nothing. My rib was fractured. I wasn't even aware of it. Like, they told me if I plead guilty, I get out 3 days earlier. And I thought it would be just easy to like, you know, be like, I was in this condition. Like, I want to repeal my guilty plea. No. That's not the way the law works.
Alena has been kind enough to share some of her diary entries. She had tons and tons of pages that she shared with me. So I got the ones that are more important, that I feel kind of match what she was saying. Here's one of them. Dear Diary, Adam and Gavin beat the shit out of me and framed me. Got out of jail on the 29th. He's trying to talk to me just like I thought. I have other diary entries from actually being in jail in my Hello Kitty binder. This was the last straw. I haven't spoken to him and will not unless my lawyer tells me otherwise. I will not block him without lawyer either. Life goes on. I'm up at night thinking about Adam and how he attacked, how attached I was and still am with things like love. You don't have a say at all. With all these emotions inside me and pictures, memories and tattoos, I have to literally create negative association about him. A man who is willing to hit you is not a man at all. Once a hitter, always a hitter, and to manipulate his way out of this situation is beyond corruption when it comes to the justice system. I have a court date on June 23rd. God has been giving me hope about it. And what else does she say here? I have to remind myself that the song he wrote for me is pure manipulation. His messages and behavior is literally an attempt to confuse or distract me from getting justice from fighting. A quick update. I don't have the money to sue Adam. The court did not want to repeal my guilty plea because when you do, it's pretty much a dead end and legally paralyzes you. God, however, is not frightened of paralyzing this. I know he will undernize me. His hands are not tied. He promised me that. Okay, so basically the rest of it is about religion stuff. So far, her diary entries line up to what she's talking about. Okay, so interesting thing is that Adam was on Chucky's YouNow broadcast and said a few things on there. He did mention something about meth, I think. It was really hard to hear him. Mentioned something about her being on meth. But I'm pretty sure when you go to prison or jail or whatever, they give you like blood tests or something to find out if you're on that stuff, don't they? I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. You can let me know in the comment section below.
This is why, you know, and then I had to pay all the charges, all the, like, you know, the prison fees and stuff. And it was like $600 I had to pay for someone beating me up out of my own wallet. He got away squeaky clean, not a scar on his body, and his brother too. And as soon as I got home, I got like messages, please stay with me, blah blah blah, I still love you, blah blah. He would snap me outside my own neighborhood and he would pretend that, like, he would show me that he's in my neighborhood. He's like literally outside. I tried filing a restraining order, but then I was like, whatever, I don't care. Like, I'm not scared of him. Like, I don't have a restraining order against him. He moved to Hawaii, but now he lives in the same city I live in because Charlie kicked me out. So I might actually run into him.
So Adam had a few Twitter accounts that Alena was blocking him on. Was Adam Brennan replying to a lot of her stuff. Here are some of the tweets. When a toxic person can no longer control you, they will try to control how others see you. Misinformation will seem unfair, but stay above it. Trust that others will eventually see the truth just as you did. I think she's relating that to Adam. The funny thing is she ended up in a relationship with someone who's doing that to her now, you know. It's big red flags for me to go into a relationship like that and go into another abusive relationship. Looks like something out of an anger management class. And there's a lot of other tweets that he did as well and that, and weird stuff like that. I refuse to imagine a world where I don't see or talk to you again. Sorry. Another account, Adam Brennan. Babe, good news. I have 20 Twitter accounts set up to hit you up the second you block each one. Yeah, shit like dating a girl you think is the girl of your dreams, but then actually attempts to murder you. You gotta ask yourself this though. If a girl tried to murder you, would you consistently try to hit her up on Twitter, trying to get back with her? And you try to contain her after she attempts to murder, she starts ripping your piercings out, so you have to make a decision. And then I cope with the decision I made and rethink the situation a million times to make sure it was the only choice. And then after all that, the chick still has the nerve to ignore you like you're the bad guy. That's the lame-ish, I still love you and always will, but you did me dirty. It takes two to tango. There's no good guy here. People forget and I remind them I'm Alena. He then says, that's your name, dude. That's your name. Dude, how effed would it be if I cut that tattoo off and left it at your doorstep? Creepy. Pretty creepy, you know? Like, I don't know, if you're the victim and someone tried to murder you, would you message them stuff like that? Here is some more weird messages as well. And another account. You aren't innocent like the girl in the song. You try to kill a 17-year-old kid and his brother defending him. Drop it. Like, if people are telling you that you're the victim, you aren't telling them the full story. Why don't you say what happened? The reason you don't talk to me is because you know you realize you're wrong and you prefer being delusional. Okay guys, my camera cut out during this time, but here are some more tweets you can read. Feel free to pause. It's basically explaining his side. And here's a weird text message that I don't know the whole situation between this text message, how it started. But Leena goes, suicide always is an option. I found this on her Twitter, by the way. He replies, because this was on Instagram, the God himself. Then she says, you said you were a good-looking motherfucker, and I was like, you're not mother or sister fucker or anything else. You're just a waste of cum. I wish your mum swallowed. He goes, dummy. She said your brother as well. Then he goes, well, we know where you live and your brothers won't protect you because you're effing pussies. You know your brothers are pussies. Nobody can protect you. So what's up, you dumb little biatch? She goes, LeMayo, you unfollowed. Weak. And then she goes, I thought you liked this. Now, this was on her Twitter. At this text message, it's really weird. But I like to remind you, I don't know the full story of this text message. But a question I ask myself, is that someone who's, you know, him and his brother are the victim and she tried to murder us? Like, would you make threats like that to her? I don't know. It's just really weird to me. And then you gotta ask the question, why is she messaging him like that? Why is she entertaining him? You know what I mean? But like I said, I don't know the story behind this text message. I don't know if she got fed up and she decided to just message him back and troll him. You know, I don't know the full story. I haven't even had the chance to ask her because I've been like trying to get this video together and everything else. So yeah. Now, things I do have to point out as well that I found on her Twitter was some weird stuff like this. Alena, her sending like memes about describing someone twisting a knife and looking into their eyes while they kill them. Another thing say slaughter. So just memes or whatever you call them, memes. So in my head I'm like, okay, is she doing this because she's been abused and manipulated by this guy who beat her up in the middle of the freaking forest, and she's kind of like enjoys having those thoughts? You know, you gotta ask yourself those questions. Like, that's just a bit weird, okay? Okay, so my conclusion of this, and this is my opinion, you can let me know in the comment section below. My conclusion of this is that the boys are full of crap. Because why the hell would you want to keep, why would you keep on messaging someone that tried to kill your brother and then you make threats after? Okay, that's my conclusion to that. And from the diary entries, Alina's story does make sense of to why she pled guilty, because of her lip and her lungs and her injuries and stuff, and she thought she'll be able to rectify it. The diary entries kind of prove that, and it kind of makes sense, you know?
He knew the story.
I'm like mad, and I know
he knew the story, and he
I went more off on.
He would cry about his mom, and I would hold him, and I would cry too, because I can't stand that shit. And what I said was really mean, but here's the thing, like, I didn't cry about what happened to me until I met Charlie. I didn't cry. I was not capable of doing it, because as soon as you're in jail, they tell you, this is what you did to, like, this person. You tried to kill someone with a deadly weapon. Like, the only people who believed me were my parents and Jasmine, and, like, I didn't want to tell the story to anyone. I didn't want to tell the story for, like, this entire time. So that's why I would never acknowledge it. I never wanted to acknowledge when people would patronize me with this, but like, it still haunts me, and he wants it to haunt me. He wants to hide behind it. He wants to make me look like, you know, I'm capable of like, why would you put that on your fucking Twitter? Most traumatizing story, and I'm not ready to talk about it. I'm not healed at all, and I have to go there. And I called him yesterday, like, please don't make me do this. Like, I can't emotionally take it. I did not think I would be capable of doing it. And so, and he told me he would never hurt me, but he would always come up to me and slam the door and shit. And he would, like, scare me because like, you could get away with it. You know why? Because I have a fucking criminal record and shit. Like, you can, like...
Yeah, and he has one too.
He would tell everyone
like
I'm snorting fucking Xanax. Like, I have Xanax from that experience, and I don't abuse it. I don't drink as often as he says I do.
The thing is, Chucky knew this. He knew her side of the story, and yet decided to put her criminal record up on the internet to make her intentionally look bad, which is typical narcissistic behavior. By the way, someone made a video about this. I really do, I forgot his name, but I'll put him up on the screen. I really do recommend you check out those videos, and it does make sense of why Vegan Cheetah always tries to really damage these girls' images and like just comes back full force. Like, it's really crazy. Definitely check those videos out. And this also explains why Alena has really bad anxiety and why she felt really a bit like threatened when Vegan Cheetah was doing all that crap in the bedroom. So her story does kind of tie things together. There are some weird things obviously that I'm questioning, like the memes and all that stuff. Could it be because of what her ex did to her? It kind of changed her a bit during that time, and she was like massive like revenge, and she also continued messaging him by the messages that I showed you guys as well. So that's also like, why would you continue? Why would you entertain that? You know what I mean? Anyway guys, I have a second video. I have a part 2 to this video. If you want me to release part 2 right now, go to my Twitter. I will have this video pinned. It gets retweeted 40 times and I get 25 followers on YouNow. I'm really close to hitting 5,000 followers on YouNow, which is one of my goals. So if you guys will do that, I will release the second part of this video now. If not, I'll see you guys in 24 hours. So I know I'm your guilty pleasure. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in another video.